for me to make an argument other than throw the book at him. But I do think that players should understand that.
What if he spends them 20 games?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Steph Curry is your teammate, the greatest shooter God ever created, and what he brings to the table. You're going to have people that look at it, but you know what? At the end of the day, there is no way to slice this. He doesn't seem in control. It's just that simple. You can't, unless it's intentional. Okay? Unless it's intentional, you're out of control. We've gotten to that point with Draymond. Listen, you know me. You know how I feel about the brother. I would look for any excuse that I could to defend him because I believe in him character-wise. But his actions have sullied all of that. There's no way around this. The reality is he seems like he is out of control, and I hate that. And my level of sensitivity heightens even more so as a black man because last time they were bringing up anger management issues, and that just pissed me off. You understand? Because I don't like giving credence to stuff like that. But when one incident after another happens, the reality is that somebody like Jay Williams comes along, man. You have a good point, bro. Nobody can argue with Jay Williams at this particular moment in time with what he's saying because he has the evidence to back it up. There's a preponderance of evidence against Draymond Green. Now, 19th ejection of his career. Only Rasheed Wallace has more in NBA history. Yeah. In NBA history, there's only one man that has more ejections than Draymond Green. And by the way, Rasheed Wallace was never known for that. He was known for arguing with the refs, with the officials, and that's what would get him ejected. There wasn't these incidences with Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah, Jay, here's what I want to know for you. You played in the league. How should his teammates feel about this?
Oh, they should be troubled by it. I mean, I understand that he protects Steph and Clay, but after a while, you're like, man, you're doing this to the detriment of the team. So that brings a bigger issue. And Doggy, I know you're a baseball guy. Remember, like with the MLBPA when they were talking about players with steroids, and they were saying, hey, on one hand, they were defending some of the players who had steroid use, while they're also apologizing to the players who were clean at the same time.
Right, exactly.
And at one point, it got to a certain prediction where it was like, hey, okay, like I have to defend the players who are clean. So that's the question I ask the league. Are you defending the players? Are you protecting the players who don't act that way? Because now you have three. You have Domantas Sabonis, you have Rudy Gobert, and now you have Jusuf Nurkic. So you have to protect the players who are actually playing the game the right way, most important. And then secondly, I'll say this. The last one with Rudy Gobert was damn near 4 weeks ago, Stephen A. I lost my mom. I had a lapse of judgment. You and I had a serious-ass conversation. I got calls from a lot of executives. It was like, yo, what are we doing? Imagine if I went on TV 4 weeks later and had another lapse of judgment. What would happen to me? So I think you got a lot of people out here saying, well, wait a second. Repercussions are real for people. I know it was real for me. I know it's real for people like you, real for all of us. But why does it feel like it's not real for a guy like Draymond Green? Why does it feel like Draymond Green is above?
Well, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this one?
Yes.
Since you want to go there, let's go there. What about Steph Curry? You are the leader. If this were a teammate of LeBron James, we'd be asking LeBron what you going to do about it, even though LeBron isn't the one that did something like that. We would have been asking. We would have been pointing to his leadership. We've been pointing to the incredible role model that he is, the leader, the champion, the kind of impact and influence that he has. And we lean on all of those things to say LeBron, even if it had nothing to do with LeBron. Somehow, some way, we never asked that question about the babyface assassin who's the greatest shooter on the planet Earth, who's a 4-time champion and a 2-time league MVP, who, by the way, is class personified, and I can't think of a greater role model than Steph Curry. Why is it that we would hold LeBron James to that standard, but wouldn't hold Steph Curry to that standard? Because if I'm Steph Curry and that's my teammate, my attitude would be, you have any idea how much we need you? You have any idea how important you are to this team? You realize that when you get ejected and you get suspended, you realize the kind of damage that does to us. What the hell are you doing? Remember the fight at the Garden between the Knicks and the Miami Heat when Jeff Van Gundy was grabbing Alonzo Mourning's leg? What? After Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson had gotten into it, Pat Riley gets in the middle of all of that, helps breaks it up, and then Pat Riley is walking off the court with Alonzo Mourning, and what is he saying to him? You realize what you have done. You realize what you've done, because he knew that a suspension was coming down the pipe. I'm just saying, leaders, if something happened on this show, who's not going to hear from me? Somebody going to hear from me. You know what I'm saying? Leaders got to speak up. And so what I'm saying is if we would require it of everybody else.
Why hasn't Curry said
why hasn't it been required of Steph Curry?
Good point.
So what the requirement? The asking of Steph Curry.
Well, why not? Why hasn't he said something?
I'm saying, who knows if he probably said something
Personality
privately.
is what
He's probably said something privately, but
No, he'll definitely say something privately. But I'm talking about the public demand that would be placed on others.
Right.
Somehow, some way, we don't do that with Steph Curry.
You're right.
Who is the quintessential
Can I ask you a
robot?
real question? Yeah. So when I hear the word, it bothers me for a lot of the same sentiments that you said as a black person in the anger management issues. Is there really a problem? The word problem, when Yusuf Nurkic said it, stuck out to me. If you're repeatedly told that your behavioral patterns have led to the detriment of your team and it's missed games, but you choose to neglect it, isn't that a problem?
That's fair. I can tell you that whenever I talk to Draymond, he is a brilliant,
super smart.
He's a brilliant
That's
brother.
my point.
Good people. Talk to him, Dougie. You sit down there and you talk to him. He's one of the most wonderful people to talk to. He gets it, et cetera, and then he's on the court and something different happens.
Well, we'll
Not
see
super smart.
if this potential something like a
But-
10-game suspension comes down.
But you have to be, because you know him, you two know him, and the average fan doesn't.
That's right.
So I can't evaluate him while he's the
That's
nicest guy in the world. I have to evaluate him on what he does on the basketball court, and I can't take it.
But you can't evaluate him with basketball career because his basketball IQ is
Oh, and
off
I agree
the
with you.
charts.
No, it's behavior.
But that's my point.
It's
If
behavior.
your basketball IQ is off the charts, but yet you keep making the same mistake, that seems to be a problem.
Which is why we're evaluating. I mean, we're saying what we're saying. We're just acknowledging. We take no pleasure in saying it. You know what I'm saying? Because we do know him. But I'm telling you right now, I know him well. I cannot defend this. I cannot defend this. You cannot let this for this to happen again.
All right, we got to leave it there. Jay, thank you so much. Right now, the NFL can't defend the Dallas Cowboys. Don't look now, but they're first in the NFC East, sitting pretty at 10-3. Dak's the MVP frontrunner, and they just beat down Philly. Jerry Jones, how you feeling?
What is your greatest reason for optimism that this year is going to be different?
I really think that Dak playing the way he's playing in coordination with what Mike's wanting it to be on the offensive side of the ball, they have a little different perspective when they're calling the plays on offense. It's as a coordinator as well. And it's more complimentary. And I think we're getting the benefit of that.
Kimberly A. Martin in the building. Hey, I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time. It's really just been a week, so clearly we miss you. I will get to you. Do you miss?
Hi, where were you this week? What game? Cleveland.
Cleveland. Jags.
They had a good game. Flacco playing great.
They really, ESPN, they could send her to a couple of warm weather cities.
Always. Cleveland, Baltimore.
Damn.
That's fine.
Where she ever goes.
Well, she does such a good job that that's why they want her to keep going.
You send them the most competitive.
Exactly.
They could.
That was
Send me
Stephen
to
A. They
LA.
sent him out to Arizona. Let him do the Cardinals.
Yeah, and the warm weather. Soft folks. All right, so, Matt, I want to start with you.
Yes.
Is this season considered a success for Dallas if they lose the NFC Championship game?
Absolutely. If they lose to San Francisco in a tight NFC title game, and that would mean they probably would have to beat Philly to get there, you have to give them credit. Now, remember, they may not play San Francisco in the championship game. So the better question really is this. This is what I did with that man about last week. Because right now they're going to play San Francisco in the first round.
Yeah.
So if Dallas went to San Francisco in the divisional round and lost a great classic game, are you going to give them a break? Or are you going to say it's not in the championship game? Because I think you got to make a little differential between San Francisco and championship game. If they lost to the 49ers, that's the better way to ask you. Yeah. Sam, if they lost to the 49ers in a close, big game, no matter what the round, are you okay with it as a fan? And I would be.
Okay.
Well, that's the difference between me and Mad Dog Russo. Oh, no. No. It's Super Bowl or bust, baby. This is America's team. This is a $9 billion franchise. This is Jerry World. This is the yacht. This is the helicopter. This is the star on the helmet. And at midfield. This is the $1 billion playpen with the big jumbotron. I mean, years and years and decades and damn near centuries from now, when we're long gone, that's the new version of the Roman Coliseum, baby. You understand? This is what we're talking about. It's Jerry World, all right? All right. This is the franchise that's worth $4 billion more than anybody else. The one with the most nationally televised games. The one with the MVP candidate at the quarterback spot. With the coach that's resurrected himself, once thought of to be archaic and beyond, and all of a sudden he's leading the top-rated offense, throwing the football 56% of the time compared to 44% of the time. You lost Trayvon Diggs as your quarterback, and still you got one of the top defenses in the National Football League. You got a brother in Micah Parsons. That is Micah Parsons. That's the modern-day LT, Lawrence Taylor. He's not Lawrence Taylor. There is no one Lawrence. There's only one. But the modern day dude, we got DeMarcus Lawrence sticking out his chest, talking about, we coming, we gonna come for more, we gonna stop you. We seen all of this, okay? And then all of a sudden, we gonna get to the NFC Championship game, and you nosedive? Oh, hell to the no. Hell to the no. There's Super Bowl or bust. Stick out your chest. I told DeMarcus Lawrence, keep that same energy. Please keep the same intensity. Keep the same intensity. Same intensity. Remember what Michael Irvin said? Keep the same intensity. Oh, yes. I ain't no damn NFC Championship game and we lose. But wow, what a wonderful season. Did you know that Jerry Jones touched 80? Did you know that my Libra buddy, that man Jerry Jones, my buddy right there. Did you know that he sat up there and he said that birth certificate is collecting a little bit too much dust? I'm running out of time, people. I need you to get it done. Oh, no. That ain't no NFC Championship game, Bert. That's Super Bowl.
I see what you're doing.
I'm just telling you.
I see what you're doing, and I don't like it.
Oh.
The same man.
Yeah.
You're trying to set the expectations so high. So if they run into the 49ers and lose, you come in here.
I ain't expecting to lose.
Jerry's team could have been win the big game. This is a Dallas team. 2017, no playoffs. 2018, lost in the division round. 2020 and 2019, no playoffs.
Right.
Now we are saying, since when is it Super Bowl or bust? Stop it. Coming into the season, we didn't know what the Cowboys
We had a top 3 team in the NFC. Did we not?
Top 3.
We had a top 3 team in the NFC. And we said top 3 team in the
49ers,
NFC.
Eagles, Lions.
And Cowboys. No,
And Cowboys.
Lions were
You
not.
were.
Are you going to say what you said?
I
You said the Lions were ahead of the Cowboys? Is that what you said?
I just want to know what you thought, because
Not at the beginning
you were not.
of the season.
Let me tell you something right now. You were not complimenting the Cowboys,
Excuse
and
me.
all of a sudden, I'm seeing what you're doing. You're setting them up because you think they're gonna fail. That's what you're doing, and I don't like it. I don't like it because Wayne Dakota has been playing so well. He does not need you to build them up just to try to kick the legs out from under. No. This is a team where we understand the ultimate goal of every team is to win a Super Bowl. There are probably 6 teams that could theoretically, legitimately win the Super Bowl every year, right? They are a talented team, Steve. But to act like they need to go from losing in the wild card round to all of a sudden they got to win the Super Bowl, that is not fair.
Can I ask you a question?
That's not fair.
Can I ask you a question? Well, first of all, there's a place where they judge pigs. It doesn't exist. My boy Jeff Brown said that all the time. That's number one. Number two.
45 seconds.
Number two. Who's the face of the Dallas Cowboys?
Dak Prescott.
Oh, it is. Jerry Jones. It's Jerry Jones.
No,
It's Jerry
for me,
Jones.
it's Dak.
It's Jerry Jones.
Jerry
Jerry Jones is the first to tell you. You run out of time. Now, I hope he lives a long, long time. That's my buddy right there. But he's running out of time in his mind. And so the level of urgency kicks in. He ain't doing all of this to get to some NFC Championship game for the first time since 1995.
They're better than the Cowboys.
That's not according to Jerry Jones. Don't feel that way. He don't feel that way. I had said that. And he's going to find out how wrong he is. But that's neither here nor there. It doesn't negate the fact that walking into the season, Kimberly's trying to change the narrative. And shame on you for letting her get away with it. It was the Eagles, the 49ers, and the Cowboys. Those were the 3 teams. And we said all of the Super Bowl appearance will come down to one of those 3. You gonna get it done or not?
You have the
You gonna get it done or not?
Cowboys to be in the Super Bowl this year, preseason?
What?
You picked the Cowboys to be in the Super
I have never picked the Cowboys to be in the Super Bowl,
Well, all
and
of a
I
sudden
never
now,
would.
now all
And
of a
I
sudden,
never
if they don't
would.
reach the Super Bowl,
It's a bust.
be a-
It's a bust. The
all
season's
right,
a
I gotta go.
Season's a bust.
By the way,
Go.
let Jerry relax. He's not already murmuring about coffee with the appendicitis. But
Coming up, super chats for both the Eagles and the Ravens this week. Question is, which 10-3 team is more likely to lose? Don't miss that debate. More First Take in a moment. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? My car's starting kind of slow. Let's see. Just needs a charge. It's free. Are you sure it's free? Positive. Just take a little bit.
This part is never easy, but at least saving on your family's medication is. Prescription savings made easy. Another good reason to check GoodRx.
A little bit more and you'll feel all better.
The future you build, the one you love, starts with the choices you make. Today, the time is now to act on your love. Connect with an agent who can help you reach your financial goals.
My cable internet bill exploded.
That's some yada yada. But Metro has 5G home internet for $20 if you're eligible, with no exploding bills and not a yada yada.
I'm tired of rearranging these.
5G home internet for $20, only at Metro.
Ram makes trucks for everyone. Like those with holiday spirit. And those with not so much. We make trucks for good Samaritans, good neighbors, and even people covered in tree sap. Whatever life you live this holiday, Ram has a truck for you.
During the Ram Wrap Up the Year sales event, get 10% below MSRP plus no monthly payments for 90 days on virtually all 2023 Ram light duty and heavy duty trucks.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, and I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I started a dog walking business. Oh! No, it's running! Only pay for what you need.
Your record label is taking off, but so is your sound engineer. You need to hire.
Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
People who come to Cricket, stay with Cricket.
When I'm up here, I'm always going live. I'm always streaming to promote myself, and Cricket helps me do all that with reliable service.
Are we live? Please tell me you're getting this. Smile, you're on Cricket.
it's Kentucky Fried Chicken night.
We heard it was chicken night. Oh,
We're gonna need more chicken.
on in.
Making a Kentucky Fried Chicken night with KFC's $20 fill-up box.
Thursday night football on Prime. It's on.
Thursday night football is on. This Thursday, the Los Angeles Chargers take on the Las Vegas Raiders. Stream Thursday night football, only on Prime. Triple treat bugs, 3 layers deep in Cinnabon menu rolls to eat, 5 breadsticks, and the pizza plus another pizza. Triple treat box, only from Pizza Hut. Being the best takes hard work. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs.
Fairlife Chocolate Ultra Filtered Milk brightens all your holiday traditions. With 50% more protein, 50% less sugar, and a delicious taste, Fairlife makes any moment magical. Fairlife. Shop K's big holiday sale. Savings this big won't last long. Only at K.
Free for 25 days.
25 days. 25 days.
Hold on, Frosty. So much crazy Christmas.
What?
I forgot. Free for 25 days. Wow.
Pretty cool.
What? I forgot. Please. Somebody. Stop reading. 25 days.
First Take coming to you live above the Heineken River Deck at Pier 17 in New York City. Thank you for being with us. Let's go to Sunday night. The Ravens currently have the 1 seed in the AFC and playing prime time when they travel to Jacksonville to face Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars, who are hanging on to the top spot in the AFC South. Meanwhile, another 10-3 team, the Eagles, who are coming off back-to-back losses, hit the road to play the Seahawks. That one in Seattle. Philly still looking to take the NFC East and potentially the 1 seed in the NFC. It's a special Wednesday, not just because obviously Wednesday means Mad Dog. We got an extra day, Jeff Saturday.
Yeah.
How about
With Mad Dog. How about that, Jeff? That's what I'm talking about.
Well, that North Carolina team collapsed. I've been killing them on that. Oh, my
We're
God.
starting with that.
Oh, yes, we are.
By the way, since y'all brought up North Carolina, can I just take one moment?
Yes.
Give love to my
UConn?
I flew down to Carolina to see my boy, my former teammate in Winston-Salem, Monte Ross, coach, basketball coach at North Carolina A&T. So I went down there, surprised him with my buddies in college, so we went to see him. And he was coaching against Lavelle Moulton, the North Carolina Central coach. CP3 did a docuseries on him. We did a docuseries on him a couple of years back. Why not us? 1 year ago. So I was seeing them both last night. Want to show them both. Wish them number the best moving forward. HBCUs.
And got back for work.
Yes, I did.
Different money, dog.
He did.
Different money, dog.
He wasn't on a plane this morning.
Exactly. So exactly right.
Jeff, tell me this. Who's more likely to lose this week? Do you think it's the Ravens or the Eagles?
I'm going to go with Eagles here. And listen, this is a sneaky, tough game for the Eagles, right? Coming off two beatdowns, really. When you talk about San Francisco and the Cowboys and what has happened. But the Seahawks, I think the Seahawks have beat them 7 times or 6 times in a row. And the Seahawks play these tough kind of games, right? Like they can make them ugly. The defense can play well.
And off we go from Denver.
Or lock with Metcalf or lock him up. They can just make enough happen. Walker can make plays. And the Eagles defense,
and he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
They really need to have,
so the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive.
They got the Giants twice, the Cardinals.
They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks with their most success running the
Ravens
ball.
right now
There are others who have
much
big
more
arms.
complete.
There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
And right away, he lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you're right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now 1 for 1. A lot more to go. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. They'll send this away to the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. Now, fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it
right. I'm with
and
Steve
move
on that,
around
sir,
and get
Jeff.
yards
I
with
think the
their legs if
Ravens can
needed.
afford a loss
He's one
only
of the
because
best
of the fact they
examples
got a
that we
game
see out
lead.
there right
And remember,
now. He
they
can throw
also
for hundreds
lose
of
to San
yards one
Francisco
week
on
and then
Christmas
run
night
for
because they
100
get
plus the
Miami at
next.
home.
Right.
And if they beat Miami at home, they're going to get touched. So you got to keep that in mind. Ravens have a little friction right now. The Eagles have no friction because if the Eagles lose one more game, they can kick away the division. And they're being Dallas' scenario where they got to play all these road games. So as a result of that, I understand Seattle has to get lost 4 in a row and due to playing pretty good game at home. I would think the Eagles figure out a way to essentially to win the game. More so than the Ravens. And remember, the Jaguars are better than the Seahawks. So they're 4 in a row. Sense of urgency for the Eagles, and the Jaguars are better than Seattle. So I think the Ravens will probably lose. They could lose the game.
Only I would say, I guess what I will say about what I felt with the Ravens, and I know
a chance for their first first points of the season here as it's first and goal.
I thought Lamar and the Ravens as a whole.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Right?
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet
right? Back
down?
and
No,
forth to kind of match the snap, when they're kind of going back and
They'll
forth.
try again
My
here from the
issue with the
7
Eagles
on
right
second
now
and
is,
goal.
first of all, explosive plays. They had like 41 last year. This time they have 1. They're
look to
plus
throw
1
again.
They're not making those plays, and they're giving up too many.
That is
The thing for the Seahawks is they're a shot team. Whether it's Metcalf, whether it's Lockett, like whether it's Warren, they have some shot players. And you're right, the Eagles got to play with urgency. But I think they played with urgency last week, and they still did. Now, the Seahawks offense and the Cowboys offense are two totally different things. I'm not trying to compare them. But I think, like I'm saying, I think the Seahawks have, they got that little bit about them that doesn't, it's not a great matchup, I would say, for the Seahawks.
A long fight in Seattle. Stu's in the
only able to get this to the 19,
I
so
didn't think.
probably should have
I
opted for the
watched it.
touchback. So Pittsburgh
I did
retakes
not
the field
think
for their second
that the
offensive
Ravens played that
possession.
well last week.
They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. We'll get back going into the line of scrimmage.
But when they fight these good ones like the Colts, losing those type of games, that's what I thought was going to happen with the Rams, but they found a way.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
Please use ESPN Bet.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's
No.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Longtime rival, the Steelers. Those are readers, I know, because I wear them. Are really losers of 2 straight. And Mike Tomlin yesterday called the wide receiver
He doesn't drop many like that on second down.
Yes, have a losing season in Pittsburgh, which is unbelievable. But that streak is in serious jeopardy for his 7-6 squad. Former Steelers great Ben Roethlisberger didn't hold back. Speaking on the
From the
state
gun,
of
it's
the
Allen.
field,
Over the
they
middle,
said
and it's incomplete.
Maybe the tradition of Pittsburgh Steelers is
second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Allen.
Yeah, it's not what we do. It's not what we do. Is that happening? You have got some defense doing it, but you need guys on both sides.
Tackle at the Broncos 43. How about 25 yards on 3rd down?
It'd be like,
take it.
Hey, this isn't what it means to wear the black and gold.
Out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Two-time Super Bowl champion, had 3 appearances to the Super Bowl. That guy in his first 7 seasons, 3 appearances to the Super Bowl, obviously won twice. But in his last 11 seasons, 0 Super Bowl appearances. One of those seasons where he had an AFC Championship game appearance and a 3-7 playoff record. And by the way, the last 4 years in the league, he won 1.7 playoff games. Your hands ain't clean in all of this. Now, for him to be Big Ben Roethlisberger, it's not just about the 64,000 yards passing in the 2 Super Bowls. It's the cachet of Brady. Jeff said, I'm talking directly to you. The man that played with Peyton Manning, that played with Aaron Rodgers. You know, thing too about playing with champions at the quarterback spot. Aren't you somewhat responsible for the transitioning as it pertains to culture? Particularly when Mike Tomlin was there? And you're there, you stayed too long. Last 3 years in the league, Ben Roethlisberger should have been going with a statue. I don't care what anybody says. Now, obviously, we see, even as a statue, he's better than what the Steelers have had to offer since then. And I understand that it's not his responsibility to go out there and evaluate players and pick the guys, you know, and draft them. That was Colbert at one time, and now you got Tomlin in the crew. I'm just saying, if you're Big Ben Roethlisberger, I thought you stayed a couple of years too long, and I thought you sort of curtailed or stymied the transition. So the error will continue. Offensively, I'm talking about. I don't think he did enough. I thought he stayed around too long, and I didn't think that he was a person that should have been around. And because he was being around, the offense was dissipating before our very eyes year after year after year. And as a result, you sort of grew accustomed to it because we're going to rely on this defense, and lo and behold, now you can't. You got leaders in that locker room. T.J. Watt's a leader. Micah Fitzpatrick is the leader. Cameron Hayward is the leader. Don't tell me they ain't leaders. They just ain't on the offensive side of the ball. That's right. Okay? On the offensive side of the ball, Ben Roethlisberger, you had a voice in that locker room. You have a voice with that franchise. Where you been? You know what? You could have. He wasn't because he was too busy thinking about sticking around, even though he knew he was top in the gun.
He was there too long. He's also, what do we hear? He's also the same guy who screamed and yelled about Matt Canada that we have to get rid of him.
He needs to go.
Hold on now, this offense is horrible. I mean, you can bring Walsh in there. They don't have an offense. What's the matter? You killed them. We can't believe it.
I meant it. Wait, did I stutter? I don't see myself with Brick.
But that's not been a solution, has it?
What has been the solution?
You said you were going to fire Canada. We'll have a big offense again.
I did not say we'd have a big offense again. I said he needed to go. That's what I said. I didn't know if it could be helped. It was so. I thought it was irreparably harm. Did I not? Did I not say that? You trying to tell me that I
thought? Process of elimination. He thought, let's eliminate him. Maybe it'll get better. It didn't work out, and now we realize it's
and now you want to kill Roethlisberger. Now you want to kill Roethlisberger.
He's got an issue with Roethlisberger because he felt like he played too long. It's all personal.
All right, let me say this.
Sure, Jeffrey.
Every quarterback, a franchise quarterback, stays too long. Okay. So whether it was Peyton Manning in Denver and people were like, well, they were trying to get rid of him, they still won the Super Bowl, whether it was Aaron Rodgers, should he have moved on from there before, every great one, because the organization knows what they have in those franchise guys. Whether you love Roethlisberger or hate Roethlisberger or don't think he should have been there, what the tradition that he understood and carried in that locker room was a heavyweight. And so when guys would come in the locker room, whether he was performing his best or was not, it was elevating the guys around him. Because there is a cachet, there is a reputation that players want to go be with that type of player. Roethlisberger is speaking truth. I think the timing of it is probably not the best, right? When they're struggling, the first time they may have a losing season, all the piling on is not helping right now. But he is right in the fact that it seems that every offensive player, whether it was Johnson at one point, whether it's Pickens at one point, I think even Najee Harris jumped in one time, like the players going out to the public instead of handling business internally has been something that Tomlin has never had to deal with because his locker room was so strong. That is so my issue with Roethlisberger right now, I think what he's speaking is 100% true. I think he's cutting Tomlin inadvertently. This is not, because this is what, and I feel the same way, right? As a player, you're talking to players, but everybody associates it that you're talking to the head coach because you think the head coach sets the culture. I'm here to tell you that is not the case. They can put in, the coaches can try to put in a culture. Tom Brady put the culture in New England, okay? Like, Bill Belichick is he's the best coach to ever do it. But you have to have the guys.
Now Allen again. Back to Renfro again, complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they're stopping behind the line. It's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. There he goes, right side. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points.
Touchdown Broncos! Justin Jefferson, 28 yards. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? My car's starting to
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0.
Just need a charge. It's free.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them in plus territory. Excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half,
So the
but
Tigers did not
the way
manipulate
this offense hasn't been able to generate anything,
They don't
you
want
feel
to
like
pay the
they
salary
probably need to
tax.
get
They
something
don't want to pay
going
that
on
luxury
this
tax.
drive,
What was the point of it? The point of it is he probably saved them $5 or $6 million a year with the luxury tax. He makes $45 million a year as far as the outside endorsements are concerned. Stephen, that kind of money, so as we told him that standpoint.
You said he makes 45 outside of this.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing on first down is Allen. Campbell making the catch. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. Allen to throw once more. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Wednesdays, it's Doggy's world, and we're all just living in it.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. He'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Allen's throw finds its target, Dobbs. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And again, it's Allen. And in from the Steelers, touchdown. Romeo Dobbs from 6 yards away. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Shudak. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Denver's offense now set to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Bishop. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Allen now on first down. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Up the middle, it's Williams. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Allen. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On the stop was Aaron Donald. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Allen's throw is complete, and this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
So these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Operating from the red zone now, Allen. And this is caught at the 8. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now Allen. Screenplay set up for Williams. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. On the ground with Bigsby who starts to drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bishop. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
It's fielded at the 45. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Looking to throw. Bishop. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop the throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
That is caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Bigsby once more. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Bishop. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. From the gun, Bigsby runs through the contact. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So no gain on the play, and now we've got a 3rd and 4. He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchdown. And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third
It is what it is.
quarter,
Some guys can say whatever. I think sometimes what they say is not even a technical, so it is what it is. I crossed the line, but sometimes that word doesn't cross the line, so it is what it is.
Were you frustrated about the no call on the other end?
I think, it is what it is, so I don't want to get my mind like my money, so I'm not going to say whatever.
Forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay
I love it.
off in
I like my
points?
money, so I'm not going to say too much. Stephen A., do you think that ejection was too much for you?
Absolutely, it was too much. That is a travesty. A travesty. Listen, I was at the in-season tournament in Las Vegas, and I was walking in the hallway with a couple of officials, man, and I'm like, look, man, y'all gotta stop this. We ain't coming to see y'all. Now, I'm a black man. Let me put this out on Front Street. When that man said, I've heard language like this used on many occasions, what did Jokic just say? The same thing can be said by other people, and it's not a technical foul. I know, and Wendy knows that man is telling the truth. There's a lot of brothers in the league that use the language that he used. It's a tech, Doggy. It's not an automatic ejection. It's not an automatic ejection. That's right. MF, right? He used the word MF. The point is, amongst other things. That's right. Amongst other things. But I'm saying to you, they've been used by many other players. And I'm saying, none of them deserve to be ejected from a game for spewing, curse words and stuff like that. Give them a text, tell them to watch them out, or else. And then you go on about your business. But here's where I'm riled up, Doggy.
From the 34 now, here's first.
The NBA has become a global iconic brand. The Serbian populace is Chicago, for what I'm told, is pretty thick. It's not an accident that he's there on that particular night where they're celebrating Serbian heritage. It's not an accident that he's on that schedule. You think the NBA made that schedule and arranged for the Denver Nuggets to be in town for you to eject him over that? What about the audience in attendance? What about, you just finished talking about the fans? If the fans matter so much that they're tired of the Draymonds of the world, if they're tired so much, all right, about this player, that player, well, what about the one they ain't tied up? What about the former league MVP? What about the reigning NBA champions? What about the guy that's considered damn near universally at this moment in time to be the best in the world? You're trying to tell me on a night in the United States of America, in one of the top 5 markets in the country, in Chicago, Illinois, with Serbian heritage being celebrated that particular night, you're going to suspend him with all of those folks in attendance because you are upset that he cussed at you? No regard for the fans whatsoever. This is the problem. Now, if it's not the league, it's the officials. If it's not the officials, it's the league, or it's both of them. You got to do something about this. You cannot have this kind of nonsense taking place. Those people came to see Nikola Jokic. They did not come to see the official. You cannot do that.
I totally disagree.
Oh, you got to be crazy.
You cannot use that language. He even said he crossed the line. You got to get kicked out of the game for that. No. You can't do that anywhere in sports where you say that to an official like he said himself he crossed the line.
That's right.
And if you cross the line like that, there are some officials who might let it go, but some officials who might torture. And if you cross the line and put it in the official's hand, you deserve to go out there and get kicked out. And you're making a big deal about the officials got to keep an eye on Serbia night. How about him looking at it that way? How about him saying, geez, they came to see me. We're the world champions. I got to keep myself organized tonight, not get crazy and say something stupid. So how about blaming Jokic for saying what he said instead of blaming the official for throwing him out? You got to have some decorum, Steve.
Don't give me that.
You got to have a little self-belief.
What a sequence there and a nice one for them.
You're going to say something like that. You're going to let it. What did he say? What did he say?
He said, quote, other people speak this way to the referees all the time.
And some get thrown out and some don't. It happens.
They didn't get thrown out for it.
Well, how do you know that?
Because we see them get
We
see them get How about that?
I kind of know. Let's talk that about the It usually involves 2 techs, not 1 tech and you're out. That's a magic word, Steven. You know that. You use that word in any shape, way, or form. That is a magic word. And if Jokic is so concerned, and if Stevie Smith, who's down in North Carolina, is so concerned about the Serbian night in Chicago, which, by the way, folks, he had no idea there was Serbian night in Chicago. But if you're so wrapped up in it, how about Jokic saying, you know what? Let me be on my best behavior tonight and make sure I don't do something stupid to get thrown out of the game when the fans here came to watch me.
Go ahead, Wendy.
Look, I saw Bull Durham when I was a kid, and I learned the line that's supposed to be the line that you're not supposed to cross. That was an education from that movie. He did not say that word. Stephen A., how many times sitting courtside in the NBA have you heard that word? I hear that word in pregame warm-ups. It is not inappropriate for the referee to give him a technical foul for that word. It is inappropriate for him to give him a 1 technical ejection. Now, I was watching the Cavs-Celtics game, which, by the way, was an awesome game. I didn't see what might have transpired in this game that might have led up to it. But I will say this is the second time in the last couple of weeks that Jokic has been ejected. I mean, this guy is the best player in the world right now, the absolute top of the game, and he doesn't seem to be getting the same level of appreciation from the officials to get a 1-tech ejection for saying that. Also, I think Doncic has been ejected on Slovenian Heritage Night, so the standard for that has already also been set in the NBA.
Well, I'm surprised. In this world of uncivility, especially in sports and officiating and everything else, you know about these harshness with these officials, and this guy runs down the court and says that, and you're going to let him get away with it, not toss him? I completely disagree.
A technical foul. A technical foul.
Doesn't do anything a technical foul.
Yes, it would, because another one would get him ejected. You give him a warning.
Okay.
That's a warning.
You don't get a warning for that word,
Oh,
Steve.
please. Oh, stop. We just told you we hear it all the time. You with Fat Rob and all of that other. I get some legs. Oh, please.
Civil one out.
Oh, whatever. Really?
I don't throw things. I don't
civil.
yell.
You don't have to. You don't yell. You don't yell. You don't yell. Please.
How can you
yell for
friend him on this?
Stop
The
it.
both of you with me, I'm surprised at you.
Welcome back now to Denver.
Yeah, I am.
Finished?
Yes,
Illinois has the largest Serbian population in the U.S. Coming up.
He should have thought of that before he said something. The league
Oh,
should have thought of it.
have the mighty fallen. Bill Belichick and the Pats sport the worst record in the AFC, and the future is filled with doubt in New England. Does Bill B have more to prove? We've got sound from him on his future. Don't miss it. We'll react. It's Wednesday, so you know what that means. Mad Dog telling us why he's mad. But what specifically has Doggy up in arms today? Stick around and find out.
Now a handoff.
When did you
Here's
last
Williams. That every tackle about 2 yards shy of the line to gain
beyond
the 1-yard
the
pickup.
everyday,
Leads to 4th down.
beyond the extraordinary, beyond your imagination?
Now Allen, gotta have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Feel it now on PlayStation 5.
It's going to touch you right here on first down. Ernest Jones there for the
We heard it was chicken night.
We're going to need more chicken.
start this drive. Charles, what do you think
Kentucky Fried Chicken night. KFC, $20 Philippa.
I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just can't really do that. You still have to assess the ball.
The power of Osteobicep. Taken every day, it's clinically shown to improve joint comfort in 7 days, with significant improvement over time.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? My car's starting kind of slow. Let's see. Just needs a charge. It's free. Are you sure it's free?
No, I can't. Anything to prove is that I can actually be an elite coach without Tom Brady. Good luck with that. Because without Tom Brady, he's a less than 500 coach. Now, his last year, a couple of years or so in Cleveland, before Tom Brady and New England had ever come along, he had them going in the right direction. Let's give credit where credit is due. Nobody with sense would question the football acumen, the brilliance of Bill Belichick as the coach. Jeff Saturday, speaking to you directly, I am not here, nor would I ever question the greatness of his coaching. I'm looking at the guy that made the decisions on personnel in your coaching staff. I'm looking at the guy that wanted Jimmy Garoppolo there and was willing to push Tom Brady out the door prematurely. I'm looking at the guy that hasn't been able to find a quarterback since and hasn't been able to develop Mac Jones. I'm looking at a guy that drafted Mac Jones out of Alabama, and Mac Jones was a Pro Bowl player, and then the next year you give him Matt Patricia and Joe Judge as offensive coordinators, and I'm saying that's the guy I'm looking at. I'm looking at that guy that brings in Bill O'Brien, and even though we respect Bill O'Brien and we know he knows a thing or two about quarterbacks, the fact is, look at the development of Mac Jones. It's pretty much going nowhere. It's nosedive. Right. Those are the things that I'm thinking about. And then I'm thinking about the fact that, again, I know on very good authority that Tom Brady, when he decided to leave, if Bill Belichick had said, I wanted you to stay, the New England Patriots believe Tom Brady would have never left. Yeah. Bill Belichick refused to do that. Don't tell me ego's not involved. We'd bring up ego if it were the player. How come we can't bring up ego when it's the coach? All of those things taken into consideration, the last part that I brought up is the most important. That's why he has to go. See, if Tom Brady just retired and never had departed and went to Tampa and won the Super Bowl, well, Tom Brady retired. Right. This man's won 6 Super Bowls with us for us as a coach. We don't defer to him. He knows what he's doing. We'll be patient because he's earned it. But you push the golden boy out the door. You push the adopted son out the door. That's the unforgivable element of Bill Belichick in Foxborough and the entire Massachusetts area. They ain't getting over that. Right. And that's why it's best for him to depart and to go to another franchise and show his greatness. Go to Los Angeles and coach Justin Herbert once he gets healthy, because the damn sure don't need to be Staley, okay? Do that. But in Massachusetts, again, if he hadn't got rid of Tom Brady, that's different. But to be the guy seen as who pushed Tom Brady out that door, they'll never get over that, because he ain't Tom Brady.
You know what? That's actually the best argument I've heard. I'll be real with you. That's the best argument I've heard about Belichick and the time to move on. Because when I think about Belichick, I think of it in 2 ways. I think of him as a coach and a very successful, the most successful coach in the NFL. And Tom Brady gets a ton of credit, and deservedly so. I played against those Patriot teams for a number of years in AFC Championships games in 03. I mean, from basically 99, we were in the AFC East, and then we moved into big games that we played almost every season. Their defenses were legit, like Hall of Fame legit team. They didn't just win because of Tom Brady. Now, as Tom Brady stayed there, their offense got more prevalent, they became the feature of the football team. Their defense was still good, but they were what everybody came to see, right? Because of Tom Brady. So my gut would tell me, if I was Robert Kraft, I would allow him to stay if he would just be a coach. He has shown you he cannot be a general manager. He cannot manage both. It's manageable when you have a Tom Brady, because Tom Brady takes so much off your plate as a head coach. I mean, listen, I lived it with Peyton Manning, right? Like, when he came into a team meeting, you didn't need a coach. Like, we had great coaches. I'm not trying to, but we didn't need one, because when he walked in, everybody sat up straight because they knew he was going to hold you accountable. That's the same as Tom Brady, and I know because Colts coaches ended up going to Tampa and coached with him there and won Super Bowl there. So I know what type of teammate he is. I know what all those things are. The part that you're talking about, though, with the fans and probably Robert Kraft would be the Brady situation. And can they get over that? Because I still think he's an incredible football coach. It's just a matter of, would he be willing to defer to someone else making and picking players? Because he has not. It's not. Listen, Mac Jones hasn't played well. They don't have I'm not trying to bash, but they're not good. They're not good. They're not good roster-wise. They're not good. Like before the season, we knew this was going to be a bad football team. I didn't have any their roster wasn't good. There was nothing that scared you about anybody on and their defense is still balling. This year they're balling. So it just shows you, right? Like sometimes you can't do it all, right?
Well, they need an outlet. They need a quarterback. They don't have one. You learned that last year. You got a quarterback. But first off, Belichick was funny on Saturday with game day with the helmet.
Yeah, the Navy.
Yeah. And he actually said, Coach, I'll take a page from your book, and he put the helmet on. He's got such a personality. He let you see it once in a while.
Yeah, he does.
He's got good personality.
Very nice man at Celtics games. That's
absolutely.
That's the point I was going to do. Now, to Steve's point, he's won one playoff game in his career without Brady.
Yeah.
He won one with Testaverde when he was the Browns coach. So he's only won one. Now, he's going to coach because he wants that Shula record.
Right.
Was he about 17, 18? Going to coach with you. You can't have him be the general manager. And what are you going to do? You bring a GM in New England. He's going to respond to him.
Right.
He's not going to do that. So he's going to have to leave New England to go somewhere where he's going to have to take a little back seat because he's going to have to understand that he's there to coach, not to pick the players.
Yeah.
And that's a big shot to his ego.
Right.
We'll see if he does that. Now, the one thing that Steve says is that it's a great job he did there with Brady, and who knows, maybe Belichick didn't want him there. You got to be fair on one thing. Brady was old. He was 42, 43 years of age. They had a bad game against Tennessee. You could make the argument that maybe it was time to split with Brady and let him go somewhere else.
Only comment that I would say this, and I'm in all seriousness, Doggy. The fans in Massachusetts don't have to be fair. They love Brady.
Yeah.
You push the golden child.
Probably did.
Guys, if we keep moving, we're not going to be able to do this.
Oh, we got to listen to me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to get it.
Yeah. All right, coming up on First Take, it's been a week of frustration.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
What are you mad about? Stick around to find out what's got Doggy hot this week. Always entertaining, must-see TV. Don't go anywhere.
When you order Domino's online, we'll give you a free pizza to use for future pizza emergency.
It certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right.
So you'll have an emergency pizza. A free pizza when you need it most.
Whether they just played better,
Only at
whatever
Domino's.
it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Broncos, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
On the table.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Car Shield
Before your car breaks down.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Payday. A big moment for your employees. A big moment for you. And it all happens thanks to the experts at Paychex. When it's time to add a new member to your team, the Paychex suite of next-generation HR solutions can handle it all for you. And when you want to get your employees the benefits they need, Paychex does that too. 50 years and thousands of experts in payroll, HR, benefits, and insurance. Sign up today for 2 months free at paychex.com/future.
Well, it's time to check in with our angriest of all the dogs.
Really drives me freaking crazy.
It's my favorite thing on television.
He's always blaming somebody else. Let me finish. What's the matter with that? That is absurd. Where the hell with that? No, what? What the? For crying out loud, play better football. Now that drove me nuts. I can't hear you guys. They took my headset off. It's not a smart play.
I'm worried about your blood pressure.
Stop calling me.
Well, if you know this fine program called First Take, you know this is my favorite segment of the week when Christopher Mad Dog Russo tells us why he's mad. Air out those grievances. This is a safe space and you can vent freely.
First off, everybody watching The Crown?
No.
Everybody killed The Crown. The Crown is great. Have you seen it yet? The first 2 episodes of when he died?
My youngest daughter's been begging me to watch it.
Oh, it's great. And they got killed. Nonsense. Lady died, Donnie. The car crashed. It's been phenomenal television. That's number one. Number one. Number two.
I love The Crown.
You know what? This is for PJ. Call this him up. How about the San Antonio Spurs? Stop, Mom! They never win a game! And I got Pop, who I love, chastising the fans for booing Leonard at the free throw line like we're better than this. Hey, Pop, win a ball game, okay? Win a game. I know you won some championships. It's a long time ago, and Tim Duncan is retired, so is Ginobili and Tony Parker. Win a game! Oh, my God, they're terrible. They've lost 15, was it 14, 15 in a row? Look at Pop with the scenario with the half. When Leonard, who left the Spurs, fans paying a fortune, they can ball. We're better than this. You're not New York City. You're not better than this. You're San Antonio, Texas. How about winning a ball game? They lose to the Bulls. They lose to Detroit. They lose to everybody. They lose to the Heat. They beat the Suns twice, and then they haven't won since. And he's got Wembanyama, for crying out loud. And one other thing on that. No more combinations, no more comparisons to Kareem. Kareem went to Milwaukee when they were the worst team in the league. They won 50-something games his rookie year. We all compared Wembanyama to Kareem. That's an insult. They've lost 14 in a row, and my wallet's getting killed. How many? 17. Win a ball game. Okay, stop with the wine. Go look at some film and win a couple games, and stop chastising fans who want to boo Leonard. Number one. I'm 100% right. Don't argue with me.
You're 100% right, but here's the issue. Here's two issues. Number one, that happened weeks ago. Number two, they've lost 17 straight. Number three, Detroit's lost 20 straight.
Yeah.
44, 48, dating back to last season. Good.
I didn't take Detroit.
That's why he thought they were going to get off the start. Nope.
That's one. All right, two. Stop at the wheelbarrow. For 38-40, man, they were terrible. I've had enough of Tua. He is so overrated. They're not Tariq Hill. They stink. They were awful on Monday night. And they made a couple of turnovers in the fourth quarter. They got the punt, and then they had the interception early in the game, and then they had the bad pitch to Henry, and they scored 2 touchdowns, and they were up 27-13, and that defense is so excited they're doing wheelbarrow dances in the end zone. In the meantime, Will Levis, who was at Kentucky, not basketball, Will Levis, first time since 2016 it's happened in the NFL, that's 500 and some games, goes down the field twice and scores the touchdown, and then gets the ball back and goes down the field again, and they win the game 28-27. They allowed 2 touchdowns in that span of time. That is a disgrace. Miami is supposed to be this big-time team, and in between the 2 touchdowns, Tua goes 3 and out, and they run the ball twice with McDaniels, who were comparing to Paul Brown. That is as bad a loss as I've ever seen. They were terrible in the game. Somehow they had a 27-13 lead, and Vic Fangio, who is not Buddy Ryan, that defense went down that offense from Tennessee went down the field twice, and they scored the touchdowns to beat the Dolphins in a huge game in Miami. And yes, Fat Bob maybe take Miami too.
You're wrong, Mad Dog. You're wrong.
Wrong. That defense is terrible.
First of all, Tua, not overrated.
Oh, he is.
Not overrated.
Oh, yes,
Stop
he
it.
is.
Listen, Cam Newton. Simmer down. Simmer down.
We'll be discussing Cam's comments.
And what do you hate end zone dancing now? You hate
Oh,
it?
come on. If you end zone dance, you know what I can't stand the end zone dance? When they go end zone dance, they think they make a big play, then there's a turnover, or there's a replay, or there's a penalty, and they wasted their time in the end zone. You ever see that?
I see it. Listen, they were celebrating because they were up 14, and it was 700 and some games in a row
700.
that they had not. So they felt like the win was in the bag, so they could dance a little bit. They were just trying to celebrate the win.
First.
Okay.
That was a terrible.
They were premature.
Oh my God, was that bad?
And you lost. You tried to you doubled down.
All right, I got another one.
Great.
Can you imagine what Elgin Baylor is doing right now? How about Jerry West? The logo. Kareem. How about Gail Goodrich? Look him up. Happy Hurston. Jimmy McMillan. All right? Paul Gasol. God rest his soul. Kobe. We are going to drink champagne after we win a regular season tournament first inaugural in the locker room, and then to top it off, they got 18, 19 banners. How many championships? 17. And they're drinking champagne. And then they're going to raise a banner to the rafters in L.A. for winning this inaugural tournament. Banners are for championships and retired numbers. They're not for a 4-game series in the middle of November. And I'm not knocking the inaugural tournament. The Silver did a great job with it. I'm not knocking it. But you got to have a little perspective here. That's the Lakers are the lands of West and Bear and Wilt and Kareem and Jamal Wilkes. And how about Pat Riley? Think Riley like to see that when he was in Miami? Watching that freaking put the banner up top of the flown up when he saw that. How about Magic Johnson? You think Magic like that? How about Workday? That is a disgrace.
Dog is the only one.
Look at this.
He's the only one.
Banners. And you tarnish that with the banner from the inaugural Challenge Cup? God help me, please.
Lord, not that
You know I'm right.
I think you're overreacting.
Oh, my God.
He's a company man.
We know. Here's the deal. Here's the point, though. It's the first.
Yeah.
It's just, that's all it is. It's, in other words, the inaugural tournament that's going to be around here for decades, probably. The first to do it was them. That's all. That's all it says. They're the
Look, it's a participation trophy.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Mental, why do you hate
that
fun?
kind of energy?
You hate to see people having a good time.
Listen, I don't mind
I hate history. This is history.
The in-season tournament is not.
Not like this, Steven. Come on, you're going to compare this to the...
No, it's not a comparison.
To the 71, 72 Lakers?
It's not a comparison. The only thing you're saying is the tournament exists for the first time, and we won that tournament. That's all.
But Stephen A.
That's all.
Stephen A.
Yeah.
Look at me. Should you hang a banner for that?
No.
Well, if you're the Los Angeles Lakers, should you have 6 statues outside your stadium? But they do. You're trendsetters. Oscar De La Hoya has a statue.
Okay, let's not get
I'm okay, but I'm gonna say this. I don't mind the celebration. Like, I don't mind them having fun, enjoying it, right? Like, you play hard. The banner is. But I would say the league probably asked them to go all in and do the banner.
I'm saying even if that were not the case, at the end of the day, if you're the Lakers, you're the trendsetter. Yeah. You do. I mean, you got 17 banners.
Yeah, real ones. Real banners.
That's why.
Yeah, that's not.
You didn't have any. You didn't have any. That'd be a problem.
But dog, at the end of the day, let's be honest. Were you into the in-season tournament? Because I was into it.
Yeah, I watched Saturday night. I watched Saturday night. Yes, I did.
Did you bet money on it?
No.
Yes.
I didn't know I did.
Wow.
You are lying.
He couldn't.
You are telling the truth. You know he bet money on it.
Both things can be true, right? Both things can be true.
Admit right now.
Stop being the moderator and take a stand for once in your life.
No, I don't.
Take a stand.
I don't
Dog,
take a stand.
what happened was you had your money on the Dolphins.
The Dolphins is 100% right.
You had your money on the Dolphins. You couldn't play them. You couldn't bet.
That was a tip. Admit on national television.
You bet on it.
Season tournament.
No, he didn't.
I did not. I swear I didn't.
Who was he going to pick? He didn't know what to do.
I did not.
He didn't know.
I did.
Because you didn't know what to do.
I didn't bet.
That Rob didn't help you. That Rob didn't help you.
All right, coming up on First Take.
Dude, this is awesome.
Are you?
I love
I
it.
have a couple of more, but we've had enough.
That was phenomenal.
That was awesome.
Brock Purdy favorites to win NFL MVP this season, but wait until you hear what one former MVP had to say. That's got Stephen A. fired up. We'll be right back.
We're building a better postal service for more on-time deliveries and easier, affordable ways to ship, so you can deliver even more holiday joy. The United States Postal Service, delivering for America. Students of any age.
Hello? Hello?
anywhere.